when I first discovered you could get hot coffee in vending machines, I was like, what? Really? Coffee that's hot?
Yeah, you
in a
can get
vending
them
machine?
here too.
Well, yeah, but in cans.
No. At where I used to work, my first job, we had a vending machine that would make you a cup of coffee.
No, that's a coffee dispensing machine. That's vending machines with cans of coffee in them. You order a can of coffee, it pops out,
And it's hot? How do you hold it?
Right?
Does it come with like a little glove thing?
Nope. You just have a can of coffee. It's hot.
Oh, let me just get my hot.
I used to make this joke, and if Steve is still listening, he'll appreciate this. But every time I'd get one, I'd be like, hot stuff coming your way.
I don't know about that, but there's this fiery girl at the Sakura dojo who knows more. Are we gonna talk about what the top she wears?
And we're really obsessed with the tops, aren't we? Well, Steve is still listening. Oh my god.
Wait, are you talking about Ariya? How do you pronounce that? Ariya?
Ariya, yeah.
Okay. Ariya-sama. Small, strong, and scary. That's the one. And then he teleports over to the sun.
Seriously, why do they have him? God.
This is like really lazily done. And this cost Proto like $7. Which is like a ripoff. And I can be a bit more help. What does the kun mean?
It's another honor if it's just, a respect thing.
Okay, so it doesn't have like a specific thing? Just a, like, respectful, like Mr. type thing?
Kinda, yeah.
Okay. There's so many of these words that all mean the same thing. Why? See, I know where that place is. I'm not reading all this. 2 sentences, the size of a paragraph. I don't think Ariya Senpai will like it if you end up visiting her with your usual tricks and... Okay. Whatever. Okay, hold on, I need to go back. Do I need to remind you what happened last time you tried to peek at her after she finished her training? This guy's a perv! I don't like this guy. There were blood, sweat, and tears. Oh my gosh. This is wrong. This is naughty. Bad. Bad. No. No. Shut up. I do not go pinking there. That's standard, that is. I could sue you. I do not look into changing rooms after practice with Ariya is showering. That's awfully specific. Oh, then you haven't seen her naked yet. I've seen a bit of a side boob. But the knot hole I found doesn't really let me get a good view of... Stop it!
God, this is painful.
There we go. Someone called the cops. Beeping. Ichikawa has confessed. I playfully patted his shoulder while I turned around, grabbing grabbing my bag in the process.
I'm not sure I'd turn my back on this guy.
Yeah. Of course,
That sounds dangerous, yo.
I would just pat him on the shoulder and just go, "Don't drop the soap." Anyway, thanks for the tip. Talking to this guy, no. Don't say that. Don't talk to him. Call the cops. It's unfair. I was coerced. I won't say another thing until I speak to my lawyers. ... Now here's the best dialogue. ... After school was over, I decided to bet my chances on the little bit of intel I had obtained from my classmates. I've decided to bet my chances. Don't you take your chances? Who bets their chances? I mean, unless you are actually making money off of it, you don't bet your chances. Practicing, of course, I knew her in the end. She was a judo student like me. But for some reason I heard she declined the invitation to compete in the series tournaments. Ever since a certain event happened. Oh, what event happened? My parents are dead!
Keeping on her.
Well, it turns out that her parents were killed in an alleyway after an opera. And the opera was about judo competitions. Ariana! Adrian! Wait, wrong person.
Her parents are bred.
Well, see... It says, while I shouted her name, I parked my bike. But there's already 2 bikes there. I mean, couldn't they have done it where, like, there's 1 bike there, and then when this card comes up, they fade in another bike?
They had the one guy teleporting around.
Yeah! And your cousin or sister or whatever also teleporting. Words of exerting air.
True story.
Follow the shouts and you find the senpai. That's sounding a bit weird. Especially when the next line is, I grinned briefly.
I briefed grimly.
As I saw my senpai.
Mm-hmm.
Seemingly being occupied with the practicing of a series of motions, almost as if she was fighting an imaginary opponent. Well, as long as it's not Ichikawa who's doing this line is not as creepy. Because it says, perhaps it was a perfect opportunity to get closer to her and surprise her a little.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna get it in the face.
Yeah. I should probably change what game I'm playing on Twitch.
You're still playing Photoshop, man.
No, I changed that. Okay. But yeah, so if that Ichikawa guy was here and this was the line for him, The next thing would be, and then the sounds of sirens. Oh, Leah snuck around. This is getting weird. Making sure.
Even refreshing the page, it still says Photoshop for me.
Okay. Shut up. Reach my hand towards her shoulder. Aria. Okay. The touch. At the touch against her shoulder. That's a weird description. Senpai reacted. Grabbed hold of my hand and with
he's dead.
with a left. Well, it's like she grabbed a hold of my hand, comma, and comma, with a loud grunt, comma, shifted her weight, comma, curling and tipping me over her shoulder. Comma. Period. I know I didn't do well in English class, but that don't seem right. It was all I could do to brace myself for impact as I hit the ground like a sack of potatoes. Little winged potatoes. And the screen shakes. Ah! And she teleports in.
Ah!
Yeah, no one expects the Spanish Inquisition. Oh wait, no one sneaks up on the great Kunoichi Aria.
Kunoichis are female ninjas.
What?
Kunoichis are female ninjas.
Okay. Takabozu. Is that like a insult thing? Bozu?
Kind of.
Okay. Is it like saying bozo?
No.
Oh. Because it looks like it. But, well, that's going to be the definition for me now. I didn't realize it was you. I'm sorry. Are you okay? No, wait, it's actually, are you okay? Question mark. I know that.
At least.
I know typically the when you type out OK and just the O and K, it's like capitalized for some reason.
Yeah.
It looks weird.
It's actually how it's supposed to be, but nobody writes like that because it's stupid.
Well, it looks weird, and also there's OKAY, which is basically how you're supposed to write it for writing purposes, instead of the two letters.
But yeah, I'm assuming she's using it as an insult unless your character's actually bald. I don't think he is. Or a monk. Is he a monk?
No.
Then,
Basically,
yeah. I got nothing.
There's no mercy in the ring. Takabozu. My parents are dead.
My parents are dead.
Better learn your lesson now that 2 weeks' time. Let me guess, you want to do some sparring, right?
Oh my god.
No, I actually came here to ask you about, but perhaps a little sparring wouldn't hurt after all. Teleport! Oh, what do you want to ask? I've got all afternoon for the sparring. I could do with a bit of a break anyway. Let's see, you used to take part in the big important matches. Didn't you get nervous before the big moment? Oh yeah! Ha! Yeah, I need to fix something real quick. Okay. I can actually see what's going on. There we go. see.
And you just talked to it, you already forgot for a second? And that's a big ass move.